One of the most common reasons beginners lose money is in bad signals. It's trading when the market isn't moving at all, so price has no clear direction, candles are choppy, everything looks messy, and you're still trying to squeeze a trade out of pure noise. So guys, today I'll show you the Alligator Indicator, which helps answer one simple question. Is the market slipping, or has it already woken up and started moving with direction? So I'll break it down by phases, explain how to read the jaw, teeth, and lips, and at the end we'll lock in with the real trades. I'll open a few positions and walk you through every step. The Alligator Indicator was created by Bill Williams, a trader known for focusing on market psychology and trend behavior. So the core idea is simple here. So the market is not trading all the time. Most of the time, it moves sideways and real trends happen less often. Well, the purpose of Alligator is to help you wait for the moment when the market stops slipping and starts moving with direction. The indicator is built from three smooth moving averages called the jaw, the teeth, the lips, but how these lines behave, we identify the market phase. Alligator is based on three smooth moving averages. The periods are 5, 8, and 13. Numbers taken from the Fibonacci sequence. Each line has a row, so jaw, the slowest line, 13 period, teeth, the medium speed, 8 period, and lips, the fastest line, 5 period. And guys, you don't need to calculate anything manually, just add the indicator from your platform's indicator list. So the real power of Alligator is that it forces you to think in phases, not single signals. Slipping, the lines are tangled and crossing. The market is choppy. This is where most false trades happen. Awakening, so the fast line, lips, starts crossing the others with intention. So this is an early warning that the market may leave the range. Eating, the mouth open, so the lines spread apart and move in one direction. So the trend becomes clear. And this is where trend following logic works best. So sided, the lines begin to converge and flatten. Momentum is fading and it's often a signal to be cautious or start locking profits. So now let's talk about how to read Alligator signals correctly. So most entries are built around the lips line, and when lips cross above the other lines, it's potential long scenario, so the market is waking up to the upside. And when lips cross below the other lines, it's a potential to short scenario. So the market is waking up to the downside. And after that, I always look at the price structure. So is there a range break? Are candles starting to move consistently in one direction? And one very important thing. In high volatility or chop, the lines can cross constantly. So that creates false signals. So that's why during the sleeping phase, I usually stay out of the market. Pros and cons. So pros, Alligator helps you see trends and avoid trading when the market is sleeping. And the signals are visual and intuitive. Even beginners can read them. It works across different markets and time frames. And about cons, so it's a lagging indicator. It reacts after movement has already started. So it ranges and noisy market. It can produce false signals. And sometimes parameters need adjustment depending on the asset and trading style. Best combinations and time frames. So Alligator works best when combined with confirmations tools. Traders often pair it with RSI, MACD ADX, or stochastic to filter fake wake-ups. And time frames depend on your style. So weekly charts for position trading. So 30 minutes to 4 hours for swing trading and from 1 minute to 15 minutes for day trading. And what about common mistakes, guys? So 3 common mistakes. Blindly trusting one indicator and ignoring market context. Trading the sleeping phase as if it's a trend, and constantly changing settings without a system, and forgetting about risk management. Short conclusion before practice. So guys, to sum it up, Alligator is not about precise entries from one line. It's about understanding the market phase. So flat versus directional movement. It's best to use together with indicators like RSI or MACD, which help refine entries once the market is already moving. So we've moved to the breakout. Let's start the analysis. And I already selected all the currency pairs with the most optimal, you could say almost maximum payout percentages on the daily market. And it's quite late right now, so there is a lot of price noise and increased volatility on the chart. But despite that, I will try to find correct entry points relying exclusively on the Alligator indicator. And as we discussed earlier, Alligator itself can generate entry signals, but in my case, it's primarily a tool for trend analysis. Of course, it's better to look for confirmation of an entry point using additional indicators, but today I will try to show the entry logic specifically through Alligator and explain everything in detail. So let's break it down to the indicator itself. We have the jaws period 13, the teeth period 8, and the lips period 5. So these are the default settings, and in the style tab we can see the visual representation. The lips are green, the teeth are red, and the jaws are blue. And we click save and we don't change anything. For my trading approach, these settings are perfect. Good. And we analyze the charts on the 1 minute time frame and open trades with a 3-minute expiration time. So let's open a few trades roughly for $50. I will start the analysis, and as soon as I find a suitable entry point to break down, we will continue. And let's probably stop on this currency, Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen. And here I'll be opening a buy trade, and then I'll explain why. And we're opening the trade with the appearance of a new candle in the last seconds. All right, the trade is open. I want to point this out right away. So there is no sleeping alligator face here, and there is no moment where it's just starting to wake up. However, in this section of price movement, we have a fairly clear trend, and I will explain why I think so. If we look a bit to the left, we can see that the price was also moving upward before, but there were many crossings of the alligator moving averages, which indicates indicates a lot of price noise and false signals. And in the current price action, the situation changes, so the moving averages don't cross as often. And the first crossing, and the second, the third, and the fourth one, which happened quite recently. And unlike the previous dynamics, a clearer price structure is forming here. And we see that the overall trend is bullish with good volume. And as we mentioned earlier, the line called the lips crossed the other moving averages from bottom to top, which means the alligator is showing confident bullish momentum. And in this case, we can open a buy trade. And the trade is opened after several pullbacks in price action. So here we saw the first pullback in the form of one red candle. The first pullback reached the teeth line, and then another pullback to the upper moving average, and this gives us an understanding that the price has potential to continue moving upward. So that's exactly why the buy trade was opened. And also, we take into account the overall trend dynamics in advance. So starting almost from this area, a bullish trend is forming, and then we see a strong correction and a small consolidation area, and then a resumption of upward movement. Yeah, and there are about 20 seconds left until the trade would close. So let's look at the results. As you can see, the entry level was chosen correctly in general, so the logic was right. Yep. And the position closes in profit. But anyway, trading is trading, yep. The trading using only one indicator is quite difficult unless you're a trader with 10 or 15 years of experience who perfectly understands technical analysis and all candlestick patterns and has read countless books. But even then, that sounds a bit absurd. Honestly, even in that case, it still looks risky because there are always additional tools that can provide more reliable entry confirmation. And Alligator by itself doesn't give clear-cut signals. We mostly focus on its moving averages. And in this case, I didn't miss, so the trade closed in profit. Everything is great. So I hope I explained the entry logic clearly. So let's continue and find the next entry point. Well, guys, don't forget to join my Telegram group, and also don't miss the chance to get deeper knowledge in trading and learn together with others. And you know just that I regularly share articles on various trading topics, updates from the trading world, and a bit of my lifestyle too, so I'm sure that you won't get bored there. And you know, if you want to become a part of my team, I get an exclusive Traders Club where every trader receives personal trading advice and 24/7 support. So plus, there is daily trading sessions with me and my team. So what should you do? To apply, just send me a private message with Rachel Club Plus, and either I or my manager will get back to you. So guys, now let's get back to trading. And now let's move on to the Australian dollar versus Japanese yen currency pair. I like it. So, and here I assume that the trend may start to change, and I plan to open a sell trade without waiting for a new candle. And to be honest, it would have been better to wait for the current candle to close and enter with the formation of the next one. Yeah. So let's do it this way. The first trade doesn't count, okay? We'll open it for $1 and use it just as a reference. Great, the position is open, and let's move on to the analysis. Look, previously the trend was bullish. It's obvious to the naked eye, and the price was moving upward, but it can't go up forever, and a pullback is needed, and that pullback has already happened, and we see an upside of the global high, after which either a correction or a full trend reversal begins. And guys, I'm leaning toward the idea that this is kind of a reversal. Yep. And at this point, a local low was formed, and we see a pullback, and then the movement starts to turn downward, and the alligator moving averages just show a crossover, and at the same time the jaws line starts moving upward, which indicates the dominance of bearish momentum. That's where we open a sell position. And yep, we rushed a bit with the first trade, but we're not relying on it. By the way, there was still potential for it to close in profit, but let's see what happens. And the volatility is quite high right now, yeah. by the way. And the candles are large, and a new candle appears, and even the first trade could have closed in profit. Just look at this price action. And the first trade for $50 closed in a loss, but the second trade closes in profit. There are about 20 seconds left until the end, and I don't think the price will manage to move higher. So just judging by the behavior of the current candle. So if the market wanted to move up, it would have already done so. And fortunately, that doesn't happen yet. So the second trade closed in profit will lock in 79 cents of profit. Whoa. Yeah, so to be honest, this was my mistake. I rushed and didn't wait for the right candle and a more accurate entry level. So that's on me. That's my bad. I hurried a bit. But guys, as you can see, the trade with a minimum volume still closed in profit, and the price continues its downward movement. Yep. So the entry logic was correct. The timing just was not perfect. That happens too. I usually try to avoid mistakes like this, okay? But it's already evening, I'm a bit tired, and that affects things as well. And always, guys, try to pay attention to your mental state before a trading session because it directly affects your trading results. I hope I clearly demonstrated how the alligator indicator works in practice, guys. And once again, I'll remind you, yeah. So trading using only one indicator is not recommended. It's always better to use a combination of indicators and oscillators. And I guess that's all. So thanks everyone for watching. So now you've seen how to properly use the alligator indicator in real trading. And the main takeaway is simple. Alligator doesn't make you rush. It teaches you to wait for a market that actually moving. And that's the difference between chaotic trading and a calm, structured system. For more precise entries, I personally like adding confirmation from RSI or MACD. And guys, if you want it in one of the next videos, I can break down the alligator plus RSI combo, how to time pullbacks once the market is already in a trading phase. So just comment strategy if you want to see that. I already have full videos on RSI and MACD on my channel. You'll find the links to those guides in the description. So if you enjoyed this theory plus real practice format, support the video with a like and subscribe the channel. So guys, thanks everyone for watching. And by the way, if you want to trade live sessions inside the private community with me and my team, you know where to find me. So all the links are in the description, so just message me and see you.